So good evening students, welcome. Today we will discuss about the comprehension questions, short answers and long answers. That is 1 mark questions, 4 mark questions and 6 mark questions. So before going to that, I will just revise the poem because it is a small poem. I will revise, then questions are also very less. Then we will go for the questions. The poem is written by Faiz Ahmad Faiz, one of the most famous Urdu poets of Pakistan, and this has been translated into English by Shaheen Sultan Danji. Shaheen Sultan Danji. The speaker in the poem speaks about his erstwhile, that is previous, love to his beloved. There was a time when life was bright and young and blooming, and his beloved's sorrow was much more than any other pain for him. Her beauty gave the spring, everlasting youth. Her eyes were everything to him. When his beloved was with him, he thought the whole world was with him. Then the speaker realizes that this was an illusion, not a reality, because there are other sorrows and pleasures greater than love. The speaker asked his beloved not to ask him of the love once he had for her. The speaker sees the dark and brutal curses of countless centuries woven in silk, satin and brocade. He sees the bodies bathed in blood, smeared with dust, sold from marketplace to marketplace. The bodies are full of diseases and pus dripping from festering sores. The speaker wants to turn his eyes towards these sorrows and sufferings instead of the love to his beloved. The speaker finally realizes that his beloved is still beautiful, but he feels helpless as there are other sorrows and pleasures in this world than love. This is a realistic poem, as the world is full of sorrows, sufferings, miseries and pain, and also the pleasures, and one should turn to these before his love for the beloved. This is again the summary I have revised. Now we shall go for the comprehension questions. So textbookally we have very little. How many are there? There are about 4 questions only. 1 mark. I'll give about at least about 13 questions are there. Okay, first question. When does the speaker, book nodri, bookallinu ide. When does the speaker realize what he thought about love was not true? See, those who are interested, please take down. I'll go slowly only. So first question. When does the speaker realize that what he thought about love was not true? Commonly example barudidu. Answer. When he realized that there were other sorrows and pleasures in the world. When he realized that there were other sorrows and pleasures in this world. Second one. What was more than any other pain? What was more than any other pain to the speaker? Answer. The sorrow of his beloved was much more than any other pain to the speaker. Answer. The sorrow of his beloved was much more than any other pain to the speaker. Third one. What gave the spring everlasting youth? What gave the spring everlasting youth? Answer. The beauty of his beloved gave spring everlasting youth. The beauty of his beloved gave spring everlasting youth. Fourth one. What was everything for the speaker? What was everything for the speaker? Answer. The eyes of his beloved were everything and all else was vain. Answer. The eyes, EYES, of his beloved were everything and all else was vain. Question number 5. When did the speaker think that the world was his? When did the speaker think that the world was his? Answer. When the speaker's beloved was with him, he thought that the world was his. When the speaker's beloved was with him, he thought that the world was his. Question number 6. What was the illusion for the speaker? What was the illusion? Answer. The speaker thought that the world was his when his beloved was with him was an illusion. The speakers thought that the world was his when his beloved was with him was an illusion. 7th one. What doesn't the speaker want his beloved to ask of him? What doesn't the speaker want his beloved to ask of him? Answer. The speaker doesn't want his beloved to ask him of the love he had before. Answer. The speaker doesn't want his beloved to ask him of the love he had before. Question number 8. That's the way I imagined it to be. This is question number 2 in your textbook. That's the way I imagined it to be. Suggest. Answer. The speaker imagines his love towards his beloved to be an imagination. To be an imagination. The speaker imagines his love towards his beloved to be an imagination. Question number 9. How are the sorrows in the world caused? Answer. The sorrows are the miseries caused by poverty and deprivation. This is question number 3. Multiple choice, A, B, C answer. So answer is B, caused by poverty and deprivation. Again I'll repeat. How are the sorrows in the world caused? Answer. The sorrows are the miseries caused by poverty and deprivation. Question number 3 idu. Then question number 10. What does woven in silk and satin and brocade mean? What does woven, WOVEN, in silk and satin and brocade mean? Answer. All the miseries and sorrows are woven in silk and satin and brocade. All the miseries and sorrows are woven in silk and satin and brocade. 11th one. What does dark and brutal curses of countless centuries refer to? What does dark and brutal curses of countless centuries refer to? Answer. They refer to the sufferings of the people due to curses like war, slavery, disease, etc. They refer to the sufferings of the people due to curses like war, slavery, disease, etc. Question number 12. What does the speaker's eyes turn to? What does the speaker's eyes turn to? Answer. The speaker's apostrophe eyes, EYES, turn to people suffering from various diseases and festering sores. Various, VARIOUS, diseases and festering, FERSTERING, sores, SORES. Textbook ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ. Question number 13. Why is the speaker helpless? Why the speaker is helpless? Answer. Because there are other sorrows and pleasures than love. Because there are other sorrows and pleasures than love. Question number 14. Last question. What does the speaker express when he says, "You are beautiful still, my love"? This is the fourth question in textbook. Question I ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, they have given in a multiple choice form. So, what does the speaker express when he says, "You are beautiful still, my love"? Answer. The speaker expresses his love and fidelity to his beloved. Answer. So, ಇದು ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ ಚಾಯ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಈ ಥರನೂ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು. So the speaker expresses his love and fidelity to his beloved. So ನಿಮ್ಮ textbook ಅಲ್ಲಿ how many questions are there? Only 4 are there. Okay, and I have given you 14 questions. ಇದನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬೇರೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳಕ್ಕೂ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. All the questions I have covered up. Okay, I hope you have taken down. Since there is no time for dictating notes and all, you have to take down fast and ಆಮೇಲೆ notes ಮಾಡೋರು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. Okay, as I told you, if you have my guide, you need not go for making notes. ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ. Otherwise, you make a notes. When you come to the college, we'll see. Next, comprehension 2. As you know, comprehension 2 and 3, they are all 4 mark and 6 mark questions. In poem, I don't go for more questions. So, I'll give only one question, that is of summary, which can cover up all the questions. Okay. ಸಿ ಬುಕ್ಕಲ್ಲಿ 3 ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ 2 ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ 5 ಕ್ವಶನ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ಅ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ರೈಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಲಿ. ಗೈಡ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ನಾನು ಹಂಗೆ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. ಐ ಕಂಬೈನ್ ದಮ್. ಸೊ 4 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ 6 ಮಾರ್ಕ್. 6 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಕೇಳಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ 4 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಯಾವುದು ಗೊತ್ತಾ? ವಾಟ್ ಹಾರ್ಶ್ ರಿಯಾಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೈಫ್, ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 2. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಬುಕ್ಕಲ್ಲಿ. ವಾಟ್ ಹಾರ್ಶ್ realities of life have drawn the speaker's attention much more than the beauty of his beloved. And one more question is, what transformation, third question idu, in the perception of love is seen in the poem? What transformation of love in the perception of love is seen in the poem? Just 1 minute, I'll just get the book. So, the answer is the same. For both the questions, the answer will be the same. Okay. So, whatever question is asked, you have the same answer. I'll give the answer. Those who are interested, they can take down. This is a long answers. Normally 4 mark ಆಗಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Sometimes they may ask 6 also. Then you write the same thing, little bit of introductions and all that. So answer is the poem. The poem, "Do not ask of me my love." The poem, "Do not ask of me my love," originally written by Faiz Ahmad Faiz in Urdu, has been translated into English by Shaheen Sultan Danji. ಇದು ಇಂಟ್ರಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಕೊಡಲೇಬೇಕು ನೀವು. ಓಕೆ, ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಕೊಡಲೇಬೇಕು. ದ ಪೋಯಮ್ ಡು ನಾಟ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೀ ಮೈ ಲವ್, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಾಮರ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ, ಒರಿಜಿನಲಿ ರಿಟನ್ ಬೈ ಫೈಜ್ ಅಹಮದ್ ಫೈಜ್ in Urdu has been translated into English by Shaheen Sultan Danji. Full stop. The speaker in the poem recalls the happy days when he had deep love for his beloved. Please take down, I am going slowly. The speaker in the poem recalls the happy days when he had deep love for his beloved. Full stop. Life was bright and full of joy. Life was bright and full of joy. Full stop. He was enchanted by her exquisite beauty. Exquisite. E-X-Q-U-I-S-I-T-E. Beauty. And felt young and energetic. He was enchanted by her exquisite beauty and felt young and energetic. Her beautiful eyes were everything for him, and all else was vain. Her beautiful eyes were everything for him, and all else was vain. So next para. The speaker felt that the whole world was with him when his beloved was with him. The speaker felt that the whole world, W-H-O-L-E, world was with him when his beloved was with him, though it was an illusion, I-L-L-U-S-I-O-N. He imagined it to be, as there were other sorrows and pleasures in the world than love. Though it was an illusion, he imagined it to be, as there were other sorrows and pleasures in the world than love. Full stop. The speaker says that amidst the joyful days woven, W-O-V-E-N, in silk and satin and brocade, there are miseries comprising of dark and brutal curses of countless centuries. The speaker says that amidst the joyful days woven in silk and satin and brocade, there are miseries comprising of dark and brutal curses of countless centuries. Full stop. People have suffered untold miseries due to war, slavery, and diseases, with festering wounds and pus dripping from the sores. I'll repeat. People have suffered untold miseries due to war, slavery, and diseases, with festering wounds and pus dripping from the sores. Next para. The speaker consoles his beloved by reassuring her that she is still beautiful, but he is helpless, as there are other sorrows and pleasures in the world than love. As there are other sorrows and pleasures than love. The poet prompts us, P-R-O-M-P-T-S, prompts us not to be selfish, merged in one's love, but come out and see the pain and misery around, and do something to alleviate, A-L-L-E-V-I-A-T-E, alleviate means kadime ಮಾಡೋದು, the pain and suffering, the pain and suffering. So this is the answer. 4 mark ಆಗಿ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು ಬರಿಬೋದು, 6 marks ಆಗಿ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು ಇದನ್ನೇ ಬರಿಬೋದು, ನಡೀತದೆ. Okay, because we can't make many answers. So poem is quite short and only one answer I'll give, and whatever may be the question asked, you write this answer only. Okay, I'll repeat again. The poem. Do not ask of me, my love, originally written by Faiz Ahmad Faiz in Urdu, has been translated into English by Shaheen Sultan Danji. Full stop. The speaker in the poem recalls the happy days when he had deep love for his beloved. Full stop. Life was bright and full of joy. He was enchanted by her exquisite beauty and felt young and energetic. Her beautiful eyes were everything for him, and all else was vain. Next para. The speaker felt that the whole world was with him when his beloved was with him. Though it was an illusion, he imagined it to be, as there were other sorrows and pleasures in the world than love. The speaker says that amidst the joyful days woven in silk and satin and brocade, there are miseries comprising of dark and brutal curses of countless centuries. People have suffered untold miseries due to war, slavery, and diseases, with festering wounds and pus dripping from the sores. Next para. The speaker consoles his beloved by reassuring her that she is still beautiful, but he is helpless, as there are other sorrows and pleasures in the world than love. The poet prompts us not to be selfish, merged in one's love, but come out and see the pain and misery around and do something to alleviate the pain and sufferings. Okay, so I have repeated and since there is time, those all the students should read the Kannada Anuvada. Okay, page number 117. Please read it so that you will understand much better. ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದರೆ ನಾನು ಹುಡುಗರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ ಓದೋಕ್ಕೆ, ನನಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಸರಳವಾಗಿ ಕನ್ನಡ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಪೀಕ್, ಐ ಕಾಂಟ್ ಮಚ್ ರೀಡ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ರೀಡ್ ದಿಸ್, ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್. ಕನ್ನಡ ಅರ್ಥ ಆದರೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗೇ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಐ ರೀಡ್ ದ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ಒನ್ಸ್ ಮೋರ್. Do not ask of me my love, written by Faiz Ahmad Faiz. See, there are some words and phrases which are associated with love poetry. There are given some one, for example, red rose, ticket, this is applicable. Bleeding wounds, idu baralla. Misty mountain, idu barutade. Deserts, baralla. River, barutade. Beggars, baralla. That means only three are suitable for love poetry: red rose, misty mountain, and river. Okay, as you see the two pictures on the book, you see beautiful lady this side and the other side children suffering from hunger, starvation, no clothes, diseases and all that. So there is a comparison of both. So let's see the poem once more. Do not ask of me my love, that love I once had for you. There was a time when life was bright and young and blooming, and your sorrow was much more than any other pain. Your beauty gave the spring everlasting youth. Your eyes, yes, your eyes were everything. All else was vain. So the speaker is telling his beloved not to ask him of the love which once he had for her. There was a time when everything was bright, young and blooming, and her sorrow was much more than any other pain, and her beauty gave the spring everlasting youth, and her eyes were everything to him, and all other things were useless, in vain. While you were with me, when the beloved was with the speaker, I thought the world was mine. He thought that the world was with him, everything was with him. Though now I know that it was an illusion, But now I realize that ಅದು ಒಂದು ಭ್ರಮೆ, that is ಕನಸು. Okay, imagination. That's why the way I imagined it to be. For there are other sorrows in the world than love, and other pleasures too. Do not ask of me, my love, that love I once had for you. Again, he is repeating the same thing. Please don't ask of me that love which I had before. I can't give that love because there are other sorrows in the world, miseries in the world, sufferings. Woven in silk and satin and brocade, those dark and brutal curses of countless centuries. ಎಷ್ಟೋ ವರ್ಷಗಳಿಂದ ಕಷ್ಟಗಳು, ಕಾಯಿಲೆಗಳು, ಬಟ್ ದೇರ್ ಆಲ್ ಕವರ್ಡ್ ಅಪ್. ಯಾರು ಕಾಣಲ್ಲ ಅದು. ದೇರ್ ಆಲ್ ಕವರ್ಡ್ ಅಪ್ ಇನ್ ಸಿಲ್ಕ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸ್ಯಾಟಿನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಬ್ರೋಕೇಡ್. ಬಾಡೀಸ್ bathed in blood, sufferings, smeared with dust, ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನೆಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿದ್ದಿರುವುದು. Sold from marketplace to marketplace. They are just like a commodity. Human trafficking, flesh monger ಅಂತೀವಿ. Children, ದೊಡ್ಡವರು, they are all sold just like a commodity. ವಸ್ತು ಇದ್ದಂಗೆ ಅವರನ್ನು ಮಾರ್ತಾರೆ. Bodies risen from the cauldron of diseases. Cauldron, ಪಾತ್ರ, ದೊಡ್ಡ ಅಂಡೆ ಪಾತ್ರ, ಅದರೊಳಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾಯಿಲೆಗಳು ಇದ್ದಂಗೆ. So the bodies are in that, dipped. Then pus dripping from their festering sores. wound, ಗಾಯ ಆಗಿದೆ, ವಾಸಿ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗ್ತಾನಿಲ್ಲ, ದುಡ್ಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ. pus is dripping out, ಕ್ಯೂ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. My eyes must also turn to these. ನಾನು ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ನೋಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. I have to look after all these things. You are beautiful still, my love. He accepts that. Yes, still you are beautiful, but I am helpless too. ನಾನು ಭಾಳ ನಿರಾಶೆಯಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಬರೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. I cannot give that same love. For there are other sorrows in the world than love, and other pleasures too. Sorrows, pleasures, everything is there. Do not ask of me. Final conclusion also same. Do not ask of me, my love, that love which that I had once. Now all of you take page number 111. That is Two Gentlemen of Verona-dalli. There is something vocabulary which I did not touch. Of course examinations ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಆದರೂ ಟೈಮ್ ಇದೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ. ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ tell you what is collocation. Page number 111. Okay. See the screen. Vocabulary section ಅಲ್ಲಿ something called collocations. Co-location. Collocation ಅಂದರೆ 2-3 ಪದಗಳು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. ದೇ ಗೋ ಟುಗೆದರ್. ಅರ್ಥಾಗ್ತದ? ದಿಸ್ ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಡನ್ ಬೈ ನೇಟಿವ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಸ್ಪೀಕರ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲೆಂಡ್. ಅವರು ಈಗ ಭಾಷೆ ಅವ್ರದ್ದಲ್ವಾ, ಅವರು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರುವ ಪದಗಳು. ಓಕೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಹಂಗೆ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ದೇ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಕೊಲೊಕೇಶನ್ಸ್. ಕೊಲೊಕೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್, ಸಿ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಗೆ ಬಂದರೆ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಯು ಗಿವ್ ಮಿ ಥಿಕ್ ಕಾಫಿ. ನಾನು ಏನು ಕೇಳ್ತೀನಿ? ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಕಾಫಿ ಅಥವಾ ಲೈಟ್ ಕಾಫಿ. ಓಕೆ, ನಾಟ್ ಥಿಕ್ ಕಾಫಿ, ಥಿನ್ ಕಾಫಿ. ಸೊ ಅದು ಸರಿ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಕೊಲೊಕೇಶನ್ಸ್. ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಸೂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೋ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ collocations. Okay, a collocation is 2 or more words that often go together. This combination just sound right to the native English speakers who use them all the time. ಇಂಗ್ಲೆಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ಜನರು ಮಾತನಾಡುವ ಭಾಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರಲ್ವಾ, ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. and they are called collocations. Then on the other hand, other combinations may be inappropriate and just sound wrong. ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿಲ್ವಾ, you cannot say thick coffee, you cannot say thin coffee, you have to say light or strong coffee, alva. That is called collocations. Some words they always go with those words only. Here they have got appropriate 2 columns are there. No, first one, the fast train. We cannot say quick train, we can say a quick walk, ataktada, but not quick train. So which is correct? Fast train. This is the collocation. Second one, fast food, not quick food. ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಹೋಟೆಲ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ದೇ ರೈಟ್ ಇದೆ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಫುಡ್. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು, ತಗೊಂಡು ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕು. ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಸೇ ಕ್ವಿಕ್ ಫುಡ್, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಎ ಕ್ವಿಕ್ ಶಾವರ್, ಎ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಶಾವರ್, ಸ್ನಾನ ಫಾಸ್ಟಾಗಿ ಸ್ನಾನ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಕ್ವಿಕ್ ಶಾವರ್, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಶಾವರ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ರೈನ್, ಮಳೆಗೆ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಶಾವರ್, ಎ ಕ್ವಿಕ್ ಶಾವರ್, ನಾಟ್ ಎ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಶಾವರ್. ಎ ಕ್ವಿಕ್ ಮೀಲ್, ನಾಟ್ ಎ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಮೀಲ್. ನೋಡಿದ್ರಾ, ಫುಡ್ಗೆ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಫುಡ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ, ಮೀಲ್ಗೆ ಕ್ವಿಕ್ ಫುಡ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ, ಕ್ವಿಕ್ ಮೀಲ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಕೊಲೊಕೇಶನ್ಸ್. ಯಾವುದು ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಹೋಗುವಾಗ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಅನಿಸ್ತೋ ಅದು ಕೊಲೊಕೇಶನ್ಸ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಮ್ ಆರ್ used by the native English speakers and we are just following them. Okay, now textbook ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. Nicola and Jacopo were not well dressed. Okay, so underline well dressed. So this is a collocation. We don't say nicely dressed, well dressed. This is a collocation. Please underline well dressed. Second one, we entered a richly decorated room. Underline richly decorated. We can't say some other word. Finely decorated ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ, strongly decorated ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ. Richly decorated. That means ಅದೆರಡು ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಅನಿಸ್ತೈತೆ. That is why it is a collocation. Third one, are you fully aware of the implications of your action? Are you fully aware? Underline fully aware. Are you fully aware? This is a collocation. Fully aware matra of the implications of your action. Fourth one, the doctor ordered him to take regular exercise. So underline regular exercise. Okay, we don't say daily exercise or something like that. Regular exercise. Okay, that is a collocation. Fifth one, the Titanic sank on its maiden voyage. Here, the maiden voyage, underline that maiden voyage. This is a collocation. Maiden voyage is the first travel, first trip is called a maiden voyage. For suppose, ಹೊಸ ಕಾರ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮು ಹೊರಗೆ just going for a round, that is a maiden trip. Aeroplane, the first flying is called as a maiden flight. Okay, ಅದೇ ಥರ ಶಿಪ್ಗಳಿಗೆ maiden voyage. The Titanic, that was the first trip. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟ್ರಿಪ್ಪಲ್ಲೇ ಅದು ಕ್ರಾಶ್ ಇದಾಗಿದೆ, ಇಟ್ ಬಿ ಸ್ಯಾಂಕ್. ಓಕೆ, ದೆನ್ ದ ನರ್ಸ್ whom the narrator met was soft spoken. Underline soft spoken. Soft spoken is a collocation. Okay, seventh one, let's give Mr. Douglas a round of applause. Underline round of applause. So round of applause is a collocation. Okay, eighth one, the ceasefire agreement came into effect at 11 a.m. Underline ceasefire agreement. Ceasefire agreement is a collocation. Ninth one, I would like to buy 2 bars of soap, please. So here, bars of soap. We cannot say 2 pieces of soap. Okay, the correct word is 2 bars of soap. 10th one, the prisoner was hanged for committing murder. Underline committing murder. You cannot say making murder or taking murder. So commit murder is the correct collocations. Okay, the prisoner was hanged for committing murder. 11th one, I always try to do my homework in the morning after making my bed. In the morning after making my bed. This is making the bed. See, this is a collocation, to make the bed. In the sense, after getting up, bed sheets adella madichi clean ಆಗಿಟ್ರೆ, that is called making the bed. Okay, hospital ಅಲ್ಲಿ patients ಗೆ the train nurses and all, they make the bed. That means ಸರಿ ಮಾಡೋದು. So that is a collocation. 12th one, the scientist has been asked to give a presentation about the topic. To give a presentation, underline give presentation. That means not explain or give a presentation. That is the collocations. The boys had to return home because they had run out of money. Run out. Underline, run out. That means they were not having money. They had run out. 14th one. At first, the nurse's eyes filled with horror, and then she burst into tears. Okay, filled with horror. It's a phrase, huh? Filled with horror and burst into tears. Adu helbodu. Okay, they are all collocations. And 15. The old woman placed her keys gently on the table and sat down. The old woman placed her keys gently on the table and sat down. So, placed gently. This is a phrase, or rather, it's a collocation here. Anil whispered softly in Basu's ear. So, whispered softly. You cannot say whispered slowly. Whispered loudly. Barala. So, whispered softly. Underline them. 17th one. I vaguely remember that it was growing dark when we left. Vaguely remember. Vaguely. Hardly remember. So, vaguely remember. Please underline. So, these are some of there are 17 sentences. I have given all the collocations. I hope you have underlined them. See, as I told you, vocabulary section in the course book will not come for the exam. This is for your knowledge. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಬರುವ ಗ್ರಾಮರ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಬುಕ್ ಇಂದನೇ. Please be very clear. Okay, whatever is given as a vocabulary, every lessons ಆದಮೇಲೆ there is some vocabulary, idioms ಇರ್ಬೋದು, phrases ಇರ್ಬೋದು, homonyms ಇರ್ಬೋದು, antonyms ಇರ್ಬೋದು, synonyms ಇರ್ಬೋದು, okay, word phrase ಇರ್ಬೋದು, and lastly we have these collocations. Okay, these are all for your knowledge. Vocabulary is to improve your English knowledge. Okay, I told you, if you want to learn English properly, you need to learn 4 things. ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಗೊತ್ತಾ? First is grammar. Second is pronunciation. Grammar ಯಾಕೆ ಬೇಕು? That is the rules of the language. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಪ್ರೊನೌನ್ಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಬೇಕು? ಮಾತಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರೊನೌನ್ಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿರಬೇಕು. ಥರ್ಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಸ್ಪೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್. ಸ್ಪೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಬೇಕು? ರೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಬರೆಯುವಾಗ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಪೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ vocabulary. Vocabulary means word power. Okay, how many words you are knowing. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ಕಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ಲೋಸರಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರಲ್ವಾ, ಅದು vocabularyನೇ ಅದು. Okay, that is also vocabulary, comes under vocabulary. So all of you must take a notebook and make it as vocabulary notebook. I want to see, when you come to the college, I want to see your vocabulary notebook. Okay, in their vocabulary notebook ಅಲ್ಲಿ you must write the difficult words. ಗ್ಲೋಸರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ಇನ್ನು ಏನಾದ್ರು ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ನಾನು ಪಾಠ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ, ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನು ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಇಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಇನ್ ದ vocabulary section, idioms ಇರ್ಬೋದು, phrases ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಆಮೇಲೆ phrasal verbs ಇರ್ಬೋದು, all these things ಪ್ಲಸ್ collocations ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯುವರ್ ನಾಲೆಜ್. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅನ್ ಈಸಿ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್, ಬಟ್ ಭಾಳ ವೆಯ್ಟೇಜ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಅದು. ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ವಿಷಯಕ್ಕೂ ದೆರ್ ಆರ್ 2-3 ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯೂಸ್. ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹಂಗಲ್ಲ. ನಂಬರ್ ನೋಡೋದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಬೇರೆ ಪದ ಸಿಕ್ಕಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಂಗಲ್ಲ. ನೋಡು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋಕ್ಕೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿ, ಲುಕ್, ಪೀಪ್, ಪಿಯರ್ ಎಂಥ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ? ಲುಕ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸಿ ಎರಡಕ್ಕೂ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡುವುದೇ. ಇನ್ನೂ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ? ಲುಕ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಗಿ ನೋಡೋದು. ಐ ಲುಕ್ ಅಟ್ ಯು, ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನೇ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ನಾನು. ಸಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಜನರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನೋಡೋದು. ಐ ಸಿ ಆಲ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಐ ಸಿ ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು. ಅದೇ ಥರ ಹಿಯರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲಿಸನ್. ಹಿಯರ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಜನರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೇಳುವುದು. ಶಬ್ದ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ನೀವು ಕನ್ನಡ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಸೊ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಹಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ದ ನಾಯ್ಸ್. ಬಟ್ ಲಿಸನಿಂಗ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೇಳುವುದು. ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಲಿಸನ್ ಟು ದ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್. ಯು ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ದ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್, ಯು ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಲಿಸನ್ ಟು ದ ಟೀಚಿಂಗ್. Okay, so like that, English is a very beautiful language, and if you have good vocabulary, then only you will be able to speak well, you will be able to write well. Okay, so please make a notebook ಒಂದು 200 ಪೇಜಸ್ ಕಿಂಗ್ ಸೈಜ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ವೊಕ್ಯಾಬ್ಲರಿನ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಲೆಸನ್ ಆನ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಗ್ಲೋಸರಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರಿಬೇಕಂದಿಲ್ಲ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬರಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನು ಬರೀರಿ. ವರ್ಡ್ ಬರಿಬೇಕು, ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಬರಿಬೇಕು. ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀರಿ, ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀರಿ. ಓಕೆ, ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ವಾಂಟ್ ಹಿಂದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀರಿ, ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಯು ಮಸ್ಟ್ ನೋ ದ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್, ಲರ್ನ್ ದ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್. ಪಾಠದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಬಂತು, ನಾನು ಪಾಠ ಮಾಡುವಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು ನಿಮಗೆ, ಅಂಡರ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ಸಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದಾರೋ, ಬಟ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಲೆಸನ್ಸ್ ಯು ಮಸ್ಟ್ ರೈಟ್ ದ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರೈಟ್ ದ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಅದೊಂದು. ಎರಡನೇದು ಆಲ್ ದ ವೊಕ್ಯಾಬುಲರಿ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಲೆಸನ್ ಆನ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಲೆಸನ್ ಒಂದು ಉದಾಹರಣೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಲೆಸನ್ ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ವೊಕ್ಯಾಬುಲರಿನಲ್ಲಿ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗಿವನ್. ವೊಕ್ಯಾಬುಲರಿ ವರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಸಮ್ ಎಕ್ಸಸೈಸಸ್ ದೇರ್. ಒಂದೇ ವರ್ಡನ್ನು ನೌನ್ ಆಗಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ವರ್ಬ್ ಆಗಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಕಮ್ಯಾಂಡ್, ಓಕೆ, ಒಬೇ ದ ಕಮ್ಯಾಂಡ್, ನೌನ್ ಅದು. ಯು ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಒಬೇ ಯುವರ್ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ವರ್ಬ್ ಅದು. ಸೊ ಈ ಥರ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಎವ್ರಿ ಲೆಸನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಸಮ್ ವೊಕ್ಯಾಬುಲರಿ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್. ಸೊ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಮ್, ಲರ್ನ್ ದಮ್, ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ಸ್ ಯುವರ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಲೆಸನ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ನೋಡಿ ವೊಕ್ಯಾಬುಲರಿ, ಸ್ಪೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇದೆ, ವರ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹೌ ಟು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಪ್ರಿಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸಫಿಕ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ದೀಸೆಲ್ಲ ವೊಕ್ಯಾಬುಲರಿ ಏರಿಯಾಸ್. ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಕಮ್ ಟು ದ ಕಾಲೇಜ್, ಇಫ್ ಯು ಹವ್ ಗಾಟ್ ಗೈಡ್ಸ್, ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಬಿಲೀವ್ ಇನ್ ಅದರ್ ಗೈಡ್ಸ್. ನನ್ನ ಗೈಡ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾನು ಒಪ್ತೀನಿ. ಯಾಕೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ, ಬೇರೆದೆಲ್ಲ ಸರಿ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಮ್ ಆರ್ ರಾಂಗ್, ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರಲ್ಲ ಅವರು. ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ದ ನೋಟ್ಸ್. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಟೈಲ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಎರಡನೇದು ವೊಕ್ಯಾಬುಲರಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು. ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಚೆಕ್ ಅಪ್ ಯುವರ್ ವೊಕ್ಯಾಬುಲರಿ ನೋಟ್ಬುಕ್. ಯು ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅನ್ ವೊಕ್ಯಾಬುಲರಿ ನೋಟ್ಬುಕ್ ವಿತ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ವೊಕ್ಯಾಬುಲರಿ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಯುವರ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಬುಕ್, ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್. ಅದು ನಾಟ್ ಗ್ರಾಮರ್ ಬುಕ್, ವರ್ಕ್ ಬುಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಬುಕ್ಕಿಂದನೇ ಮಾತ್ರ ನೀವು ಸಪ್ರೇಟಾಗಿ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ವರ್ಕ್ ಬುಕ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ವರ್ಕ್ ಬುಕ್ಗೆ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎ ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ನೋಟ್ಸ್. ವರ್ಕ್ ಬುಕ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ನೋಟ್ಸ್. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ನಾನು ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಪ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್, ಕೈಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್, ಯಾವಾಗ ಟು ಯೂಸ್, ಎ ಯಾವಾಗ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಆ್ಯನ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ದ ಯಾವಾಗ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ಕಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರಲ್ಲ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಎಕ್ಸಸೈಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರು. ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಯು ಟು ರೈಟ್ 2 notebooks. One is vocabulary notebook, that is for course book, and the second is workbook, grammar notebook. And comprehension ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, 1 mark questions, 4 mark questions. If you are not having guide, you have to prepare your own notes. Otherwise, you please take my guide and then follow. When you come to the college, you contact me, I'll tell you. Okay then, bye.